All right, ladies and gentlemen, happy Friday. Welcome to Finish the Story. I am your host, Keegan Ray. I am joined here by my co-host who's filling in for Trent. What's up, Sham? How you doing today, dude?
What up, dude?
Yeah. I was going to say Trent's down in South America overthrowing a sovereign nation. He's on a special mission. No, so Trent's out of town, so I figured we'd set up. I've been working on the mobile setup, so I figured we'd set it up and see it. Hey, and if you're seeing this episode, I did it right. So that means I did it right, and
it came out, y'all.
Yeah, we made it happen. That's the worst feeling, is when you're trying to set everything up and you're like, fuck.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Where's this go?
At least I know you. It's worse when you don't know a guest.
Yeah.
And having to fucking look at a guest 25 minutes in and be like, hey, you had some good stuff there. I love it. You're like, but dude, we got to start it over. And that's impossible. Like, that's so hard to fake a genuine, like, reaction to a story
we got to go back again.
Oh, dude, it's so bad. It's so bad.
Yeah, that's why I just keep flowing. Mine's like a free form. Just cut out the bullshit. Just cut out when I'm trailing off when that.
Yeah. Hey, editing is great. You know,
that's what it's for.
Yeah, especially if you were talking about every time that I would drink on the podcast, I would listen back and just be like, dude. You realize every time you talked over everyone. Yeah, you're like, fuck.
Oh yeah. No, I just realized, like, damn, that was a really stupid thought. Why?
That is not well thought out.
That was not well thought out. That is not. Those words do not go together.
Yeah, that's not how I really feel.
Like, those aren't my thoughts.
Yeah, I don't stand by that. Like, now that I'm hearing it, as if somebody else is saying it,
Like,
I did, which is crazy. I try to describe to people the first time doing a podcast. And when we first did it at Trent's, he had the monitors right there. Yeah. So you were looking at yourself and listening on headphones. And it was like, it's a lot to overcome. You know what I'm saying? Because
you know how you sound.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, you don't know what your podcast voice sounds like. You got to find that. It's a lot.
Have you ever heard an embarrassing like voicemail that you've left?
Yeah.
Dude, that's tough. Listening to yourself is tough.
Oh, yeah. No,
What was yours?
Oh, man.
Were you angry or sad?
I was confused.
I didn't even think of that option.
I think I was lost, and I'm trying to find people. But like, it's somewhere I should know where I'm at. But
yeah.
But I was like, hey, you guys, did you take the left or the right?
Yeah.
I'm
lost.
I'm getting scared.
Mine was like a Edgar Hoover situation. I got taped without my knowledge. I left a voicemail on a girl's phone and I pocket dialed and was hanging with the boys.
Oh, you were talking shit.
Oh yeah. I mean, not anything negative, but hey, it's tough. I had to dude, she called me back immediately and was like, yo. It was like having to explain to like a girl that's guy talk. Like, I hate that you had to hear it like this.
Oh yeah, it was like, but this,
but
you know it exists.
You're like, actually, if you think about it, what I was saying was endearing. What I'm saying, you're good at it, babe. Like,
oh no, I sounded like a complete bitch. I was lost in the woods, so like I was like terrified, man. Like
Blair Witch, like, dude, it's getting really cold out here.
Yeah,
I'm fucking freaking.
Like I was like saying, I should not have came out here with you white people. Fuck.
Yeah, that's when you
pick up.
You're in a bad situation. You're like, I shouldn't even have fucking came out here, dude.
It's like, man, fuck, pick up.
Y'all pick up. What's been going on in the? Oh my god! So we were trying to talk about it before the podcast, but I was like, I don't even want to get into it before. Dude, did you see this Blue Origin?
Yeah.
Which, bro,
confused me, like thoroughly. Like, what? Why is Katy Perry going to space? Why is Gail King was up there too?
Dude, that's why I was like, what a fucking. And his wife, right? Jeff Bezos sent his wife up there.
I don't know who the rest of those. I only recognize two people.
If you're sitting on a rocket that looked so funny, it looked just like a cock. I was like, bro, that
looked like a dick.
So
it looked like a dick. Yeah, it was hilarious.
It looked like an Austin Powers. I was like, dude, when I saw the video of it, I was like, there's no fucking way that is what they sent. And they're like, we're here to take up space. You're like, what does that fucking mean, dude?
Take up space.
Yeah. You're like, dude, y'all got to work on this fucking slogan. And then they all just stared in front of a they stared at a camera like the whole time. They weren't even looking out the window. I was like, dude, this is... And it's like, if that's a big deal, I don't want to ever hear a woman bitch about me finishing early. You know what I'm saying? That was 11 minutes, dude.
11 minutes in space. How much did that cost?
Bro, that's what I'm saying. It's like the world is literally that dog meme. It's just sitting there. It's on fire. We're all like, this is fine. And then somebody's just, for goofs and gags, going up suborbital, just pissing away millions of dollars.
Millions of dollars. And
so
like,
fucking...
they're like, we don't know where it's at. Like, Jeff Bezos. Of all people.
Dude, he fell down. There's a video of him.
Good.
And he's like, as soon as they landed, allegedly. He's running around like a fucking dork and just bust his ass. I was
How
like,
did they even land?
It came down with parachutes. It looked like Dumbo Drop. It's bullshit. Bro, in one of the videos, you see the lady open the hatch and they tell her, no. And then she closes it and then he gets up there with a fake wrench and acts like he opens it. I was like, bro. What I didn't see coming is that the people that are going to rule us are such fucking nerds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're so lame.
But they're stupid, though.
Everything is like a movie to them.
Yeah, it is.
They're like, do it just like Independence Day. I mean, I was like, and then I was thinking about it. I was like, dude, if you're going up on a rocket and you're with Katy Perry, you have to know if anything happens, the internet is going to be undefeated. She has a song called Firework.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
If that thing blows up Challenger style, nobody's going to give a fuck. Everybody's going to die laughing. It's going to be like the Titanic submarine that crushed. Everybody's going to be like, fuck rich people. Like, that must really sink in when you're in there and you're like looking at her and you're like, oh my God. Like, nobody. Like, I'm going to be a fucking Katy Perry meme. Like, this sucks so bad.
Gayle King getting blown up in the fucking spaceship.
Dude.
Oprah was there cheering her on. Oprah was there. And like, Oprah was smart. She was like, I'm not getting in there.
Fuck.
I'm going to send Gayle.
Yeah, Oprah was like, no. Do you know how much I'm worth, dude?
Gayle, get your ass in there.
Yeah.
If we lose Gayle, it would be sad.
She's like, what was the point of getting all this blackmail on everybody if I have to go to this fucking space, dude? Yeah, she's not doing that. You ever seen the John of God shit that she was roped up in?
What?
Look that up. You ever want to go down a dark rabbit hole? She had like a guru that was like John of God.
Oh, yeah.
Turns out he's like biblically bad.
Yeah.
like he was doing some shit that like I read one night. And you ever read something and then you like close the laptop and you're just like, that did not make me feel good.
That was like when she was getting early rich. Yeah. That was like when it was like that's when it started getting like, yo, Oprah's getting spooky rich, you know?
Yeah. Like when you start looking around, you're like, dude, these people definitely wear some Baphomet masks.
Yeah. Like when Oprah was first rich, I was like, damn, that show is really helping people. And then and then when she got fucking spooky rich, I was like, where'd that money come from? Mm-hmm. How did she get spooky rich?
I like spooky rich because there is a level of rich where you're like, that's spooky rich. Dude.
Yeah.
Like Beyonce, definitely spooky rich.
Like,
for sure.
Like, damn, like, but that was all from Jay-Z getting spooky rich first. Because Jay-Z was always rich. I was like, okay, Rocawear can't be worth $1 billion. I'm sorry.
No, I'm doing the numbers on clothes.
Sorry, he didn't make $1 billion. He didn't become a billionaire off fucking Rocawear. Like, get the fuck out of here. What did he sell?
Yeah.
What did he? Like, what did P Diddy? Sean John didn't sell that much. What else? Ciroc.
I don't think anything's gonna happen from the P Diddy shit. Mm-mm. That's what I think. I think nothing's gonna happen.
They're just holding him there, and he's like in Club Fed for like on Rikers Island. They have like a whole section
for like a gay dude that like loved bigger black guys. Dude, he's not having a terrible time.
Yeah.
He's got too much money to have a terrible time.
Yeah, he's living his best life.
Yeah, they're not.
They're sending him like fucking like motorcycles.
Bro, how many FaceTimes do you think he's doing with like the guards' kids and shit?
All the time.
Dude, all the time, bro.
It's Puffy.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he's in there. That's exactly what I was thinking, bro. Some guy sitting across like, You want the fucking cup of noodles or not, dude? Dance for my niece.
Now, R. Kelly has to be singing for perks.
Absolutely, bro.
Like, oh my God.
Singing for his honey bun.
My God.
How far has he fallen, dude?
From somebody making him some ramen chips. I found out what that was the other day. That was some wild
ramen
shit.
chips? What is that?
It's like, all right, so apparently in the jailhouse or a prison, they just take packets of ramen, break them up, heat them up a bunch, and then till they taste like fucking like potato chips. So they're eating ramen like chips.
Nature will find a way, bro. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy.
They were like, yeah, or like a prison burrito, which isn't like a burrito at all. I don't even think there's a tortilla in it.
See, now that's what's in that burrito. They're like, prison burrito, I'm just going to fuck your ass. Wait a minute.
That sounds
I would
like
never agree.
It sounds like it's going to fuck you. It's like ramen noodles, Slim Jims, like cheese, the little like a bag of Doritos and shit.
I saw on 60 Days In they made a cake for one of the female. I was like, oh yeah, man.
What was like out of fucking cupcakes and
I love. There is a part like I did. I love that guy in jail because like if you can find that dude when you go to jail, like there is a guy there that's like a guru that knows everything. There are people like I was sitting there when I went to jail. I was like. Got my little jumpsuit in the holding cell, and I remember I was freezing my ass off, and this dude looked over, and he had his arms in his jumpsuit, you know? He's like, bro, pull your arms in and tie it around. I was like, thanks, man. Good looking out. And then, you know, you're like, damn, I'm over here freezing. And you start looking around at everybody that works at the jails in turtlenecks. You're like, what the fuck? Why is it so cold in here? This is crazy.
It's torture. It's psychological torture.
It has to be because they don't give a fuck about you getting sick.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck what they all of a sudden care about my health. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
It's jail, dude.
Some guys turning it down to 63.
Yeah.
You're like, dude. He's like, let's see what they do. Yeah.
It's like the Stanford prison experiment. Like a prison guard is like just you give somebody that kind of power.
Dude, I almost fist fought a guy. I was like, the guy was like, you can lose the attitude. I was like, listen here, Oliver. I'm not having a fucking good night. Like, you'll lose the attitude. Like, dude, I'm about to get a sentence for choking you to death with your turtleneck. Like, I was so mad.
You could settle down.
What else? I was calling in Savannah. I got arrested, and I was calling, and I couldn't hear anything. And this old dude like came over and sat down next to me. He's like, "You trying to call somebody out of the county?" I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "They can hear you, but you can't hear them." He's like, "But they can hear you." And so I would just call and like. Be like, yo, hey, what up? I'm in jail. Just like, hang the phone up. Like, I got bonded out from 4 hours away. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Yeah, the bondsman was like, I don't usually do this, but he's like, your dad was pretty. He made a pretty good point. He's like, I mean, basically, my dad was like, I'll pay you right now. Like, what the fuck? He has the money, you know. Like, why would so? Which is but bail bondsman is fucking crazy. That's the biggest racket.
Dude, those guys make so like the bond is like 10% of what the bail is supposed to be.
Yeah.
So like a bail bond, where's the rest of that money?
It's like giving somebody 25 consecutive life sentences. It's all make believe.
Yeah.
Like once you get into the system, you're like, none of this is real, dude.
Like, what do you mean my bail was 10 grand, but I only had to pay 100 to get out?
You're like, what are you talking about? I have to call and you tell me a number and I piss in a cup. Bitch, this is my life. Like, we're talking about the rest of my life. Y'all playing fucking color games. Like, this is crazy.
I'm gonna pay you back by you fucking me every day.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
dude.
God.
Yeah, probation like that will dishearten you to everything. Like when you go to court, like getting a speeding ticket, you're like, this is crazy. This is all just to make money. This is all a racket. Nobody gives a fuck if this is the Autobahn.
I got a ticket for speeding, right? It was like failure to maintain lane. It was like $250.
Damn.
Right? I didn't have the money at the time at Fulton County.
Yeah.
So they put me on probation until I could pay my fucking
That's what I'm saying, bro. They're kicking you while you're down. Because what? Probation costs money. And now my license is suspended. I can't go to work. How y'all want me to get this fucking money?
How do you want? So like, I
got to do small crimes. Now I'm stealing at Walmart. You did this.
I was like, what the fuck?
Now I'm a part of the foot ninjas.
They're like,
I'm
they're like
fighting turtles.
They're like sign here for your probation. Like bitch, I said I'll get you the money.
That's crazy. I know I've told this before, but I was in court, and you know how you push shit? Like, they were talking about probation, and he's like, yeah, you just, we're going to do it today. My lawyer was like, we'll just do everything today, and yeah, you go talk to the probation officer. I go, and then what? He's like, and then you'll probably be piss tested, and then I was like, He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, no way, dude, push it. He's like, we can't push it again. I was like, push it. He's like, you're probably fine. When was the last time you smoked? I was like, this morning. Like, you didn't tell me. Like, what are you talking about, dude? You can't throw probation on me. I got to go to a head shop. Like, I got to call some people. Like, we got to pass this test.
God damn.
Yeah.
Probation. It's always crazy when somebody's on probation because they're always like fucking.
It looms over your head.
It's
forever.
like everything. Like anything they did, it's like, nah, I can't. Like everybody's smoking. It's like you see everybody having a good time, and like they're like, can't do nothing.
Dude, I had a guy when I was working the door on probation slap a cigarette out of my hand, and I was just staring at him like, dude,
That nasty.
I would beat you to death right now if I was not on probation. This is crazy. Like, and it's like I'm not even supposed to be working the door at a bar. If you really want to get technical, everything you do is break probation. If you really want to get into it.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's poor people problems. I got a speeding ticket, and it was a super speeder, and they told me, we're not going to put any points on your license. I was like, thank God. And the guy was like, that's a $700 fine. Dude, I fell out. Like I was just like,
Yeah. 700.
like a black ant at a funeral. I was just, $700 RIP to my bank account. I was like, yo.
I would have been on that probation thing again. I would have been like, I don't got it.
My next thing I said was, is there a payment plan? Like, holy shit. Because everybody in front of me got hit with like 175. I was like, okay, this will be fine. They hit me with the super speeder. I was like, you're making shit up. Like,
700.
it's great. When you just throw super in front of it, you don't get to just butt fuck me. That's crazy.
Super speeder.
Crazy. And then it was like you watched every person because they tell you when you get up in court where they got you. Everybody got at the same place. It's a speed trap in Thunderbolt in Savannah. Go fuck yourself.
Thunderbolt.
It's a right off a bridge. Dude, it was a beautiful day. Windows down. I was hitting a weed pen. Fucking loving life. Whoop, whoop. It drops to a 35. It drops from whatever. It's like a 55 to a 35.
Oh, yeah. I've been
so
got
they get
like
you.
that before.
Oh, yeah. And it's like, dude, it's a bridge, just gorgeous. They get people just with your windows down, arm out. They're like, this guy, fucking, I can see that Bon Jovi written all over him.
Fucking living on a player, just fucking blasted.
I mean, honestly, now that I'm thinking of that, they're probably just shooting fish in a barrel for DUIs because there is a good fucking bar over there.
Oh, man. That was like when I was in the Navy, there was a spot like that in Norfolk where you're coming off the bridge right off. And it's like you're coming off the bay. So you're just driving over the bay.
Be illegal. Yeah.
You're coming off the bay, and then it's like, because like you're like over the bridge, it's like 50, 60 miles an hour, right? And then it slows down when it turns into a highway once you get closer to the base. Or like it'll be like 30, and it'll get down like 30 miles an hour from like 60 to 30 every time. And it's like you gotta pay attention. So like I had stopped twice already, right?
Yeah.
And luckily I hadn't been drinking because like usually when I'm drinking. Once you make it back to the base, she's like, yes, nailed it.
Did it.
Nailed it.
Got him again.
But this asshole fucking cop stops me right at the gate. I was almost there.
Oh, dude.
I was almost there.
That's crazy.
Body cam all in my fucking face with the light on. I'm like, man, come on, man.
The flashlight is obnoxious. That is too much. It's like, bro, what are we doing here?
Like, what do we, like, all in my face. I'm like, all right, come on. It's like, well, you know how fast you're going. You're going 30 over. I'm like, what was it? Where?
Yeah.
It was like, I saw you stop back there. You saw me stop.
Yeah.
You saw me stop.
So you're out here just
2 times. And then you waited until I got right up to the gate where you couldn't fuck with me.
Yeah.
To fuck with me. And they had to watch, and like the MPs had to watch me get a ticket. And I was like, man, fuck this shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That he's fucking with y'all that hard.
They hate us. They hated us in Virginia.
Oh, that's in Virginia. Being said in the Commonwealth. Fucking Virginia's got some weird. Isn't it crazy? Virginia weed is legal. That's where my girlfriend's from.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? I'm like, they still have Confederate flags flying and shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like, fucking Virginia is like, people act like Virginia's not the South.
Dude, people forget that a lot.
Yeah, you're like, no. Like, it is Southern as fuck, dude.
That's the fucking South.
Yeah, because I tell people all the time, I'm like, they're like, the South will never legalize weed. I'm like, did nobody call Virginia? But what's weird about Virginia is they haven't done any dispensaries for whatever fucking reason.
Why?
Because I don't know if they like money. like, do y'all not like money? Like, what are we doing here? I don't know. Open it up. It's time, dude. It's fucking time.
Washington, D.C. is legal, recreationally legal,
Yeah.
but you can't buy it. It has to be received as a gift.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, you would have to buy, like, a T-shirt from the dispensary,
Yeah.
and it'd be like a $200 T-shirt and a hat. Yeah. And it'll come with a gift. It'll be like a gift, like to the, like, hey, here's your ounce for buying this shirt.
I bought an eighth, and I'm like, how much is an eighth weed? The guy's like, whoa. He's like, this bumper sticker is $45.
Yeah. I have a Fireball hat like that. I just got like a Fireball
awesome,
hat. I was
man.
like, yeah.
You're like getting random swag from the people. Yeah, we went to one that online was a CBD store.
Really?
And I called, and I'm like, bro, it says it's a CBD store. And he's like, bro, just come down here. And I hung the phone up. And it was like a CBD store in the front, and then you went in the back, and it was a fucking fire weed. Like some of the best weed I've had at a dispensary. I was like, of course, it's a legal dispensary. So they also, you're not paying those taxes. Because that is the thing I tell people all the time, like buying weed from a dispensary, if you've never done it, it's kind of like going to a bar on your 21st birthday. You're super pumped for it, and then you get your bar tab, and you're like, whoa. That's how much alcohol costs?
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. Same thing. You get in there, you're like, yo, 38% sales tax is fucking ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
An $80 fucking eighth in Denver, you're like, dude, I'll go fucking buy it from a guy on the corner. Like, this is crazy, dude. It's a novelty, but yeah, they got to figure that out.
Yeah, Denver's got crazy weed tax. In Nevada, it's cheap. It's just like legal. It's cheaper in Nevada.
It needs to just be.
California's definitely the oldest one. It's always cheap there.
Yeah, and it's just like, because there's just so much. It's flooded out there. I heard Michigan is really fucking good. Yeah. My homie travels everywhere for work, so he's always like looking up all the different states. Illinois is one that you forget about.
Oh yeah, they sell it everywhere. They're flooded.
Dude, we were in Illinois in this tiny little town, and I'm talking about like off of like Friday Night Lights, like one of those little towns, like a fucking Remember the Titans.
Yeah,
you know, like
one high school and everybody loves it.
The one thing is like Sonic. You're like, holy shit! So we pulled up, and they're like, "There's a weed dispensary." And we're like, "What?" So we walk up, and there's a dispensary across the street from the police station. And dude, at 9:00 in the morning on a Saturday, there was a line wrapped around this building. And I was like, "This is fucking crazy." It's like, yo, put weed. People will go smoke that shit. Bless you.
Oh, yeah.
And it was actually where that rolling tray is from. I got that rolling tray from that dispensary. But it was like, yo, and every time you go into a dispensary, it's never who you think is going to be in there. It's always like some old boomers.
Yeah.
Always.
Old people love dispensaries. Like,
they do.
They love it because it's like, yes, I know.
It's like a candy shop.
And like they know exactly what they're going to ask the guy for. Like, got something for my sciatica. Yeah. Got something for my arthritis in the right end. Yeah.
And you got to think, too, it's like my dad's generation, they probably never saw that coming. Yeah. They were probably smoking that 70s show down in somebody's basement. Because, I was when I first started smoking, I was like, dude, one day this shit's going to be legal.
One day, right? Yeah. We're all still just like, Georgia's getting closer and closer.
It's Atlanta being decriminalized. It is basically legal. In Atlanta, it is illegal. Like a small amount, you really don't have to worry. Like when I go to a concert, I don't worry about smoking.
Oh, Atlanta does not care.
Yeah. So that is nice, but it's like, I mean,
they had medicinal's legal here too.
They just gotta let go.
They just gotta let go and just make it recreational, open for everybody.
And then we gotta do the mushrooms.
Oh man. Do you think the South would do that? You think the South would go for the mushrooms?
No, dude.
Like
Ronald
somebody
Reagan butt fucked that whole generation, bro. He killed them with the just say no.
Like, oh yeah.
Because I think that is where. All right, so you're starting to see. They just announced today that ADHD. They don't think it's the Adderall. They don't think works.
Nah,
they're like it's based off of. I know, but doctors are saying it now. They're like, hey, we might have fucked up.
Yo, it's basically created a whole. All my friends that have coke addictions had ADHD and was taking the motherfucking Adderall pills. All you motherfuckers that did coke like a motherfucker, like, yo, I remember you was taking them Adderall pills at school like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Soon as we hit college, nigga, you was snorting that shit the fuck up. Because it didn't work no more.
If you
stopped working.
say it out loud, you're like, we're gonna give our child in 5th grade methamphetamine.
Yeah, Like, if the shit stopped working, these motherfuckers are I swear to God, they're all immune to fentanyl. All the motherfuckers.
Yeah. Dude, when I was a kid, people were getting the 60 milligram Adderalls that had the time release balls that you could break. Nobody in high school, listen, I went to high school. It wasn't that hard.
Bro.
It ain't rocket scientist amphetamines hard.
I would see these kids, they go, you gotta go take your shit. I'm like... Man, then they come back in and they're like, "Well, why are they getting the extra? Why are they getting the limitless pill? I want
that
some
was
shit."
The bullshit too. When you weren't on it and one of your homies was during a test, you're like, "Yo, dude,
what the fuck?
I'm over here sober like an idiot." Yeah, that is. So they're saying that the ADHD, based on false research, they're like, maybe that's not the best idea, giving your kid amphetamines.
Yeah,
and then they're saying now that they think that depression, like manic depression, might not be your levels of your chemical imbalance. That's based off. But what I think you're going to see is with mushrooms, I think you're going to, when people can go and take it at a safe environment and more people can have that experience, I think you'll start seeing the grip on pharmaceuticals will loosen.
Yeah.
Like
I totally agree. I mean, like antidepressants, man, like those things, like that's a racket in itself.
That's what I'm saying. You're just like nuking your life. Like you're not going to have any highs, not going to have any lows. Now, I'm not saying, I know there's people out there that use antidepressants in a positive way, blah, 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 blah. But hey, you know what's going to make me more depressed? Not coming. You know, like not being able to get mushrooms to work. Like I know people that could never trip because of SSRIs. And then once they got off the SSRIs and they ate mushrooms, they're like, whoa.
Yes.
Like I'm having a wildly different. I think microdosing is a big fucking step forward.
Yeah.
Like safe microdosing.
I microdosed for a while before I got put on SSRIs. Because like I was doing that, the military, I was handling my PTSD through mushrooms.
That's what I'm saying. There's people that
it worked for a while. And it was like, I can't be tripped, but I tripped way too much. And I was like, it's the trip. You gotta like, because I can't take it a little bit, and then it'd be like, yeah, I'll take a whole cap, and then I was just like, you know, and they'd be like, yeah. I mean, I did it for like 4 months straight.
God knows I ate too many microdoses and was at the cabinet shop. Like I worked at a cabinet shop. Like
So like I'm like it's like there's a thing. And I was like because I was always doing mushrooms. Like they don't have an effect on me anymore. They don't really affect me like they used to. Like
I just think that's where we're gonna go. Like I think we need that. We need the scientific research on it. I feel like we're not going anywhere positive with all the shit we're taking now.
No, those because they only up the doses for people. Like on those things, like they only up the dosage, so like, all right, he's breaking out again,
bro. What scares me about it, the whole thing that flipped me out was I had a really good friend that was getting off of it and having the brain zaps, but it was like with COVID. Well, what the fuck happens if the world shuts down and you can't get your medicine? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is gonna happen to us?
The brain zaps, like what's that?
They say it's like it's described as almost like electricity. It's like because benzos and like SSRIs, like coming off them, you're having like this reaction in your brain. It's like, dude, what happens if you can't get your that was the big thing with COVID when everything shut down. I was like, yo, what happens if we can't get medicine? Like, what does this place start looking like?
The brain zaps,
dude. Well, I'm just saying, like that shit.
Because I felt that before when I was like, because I don't take them all the time.
That's what it is. It's like your brain having like a response to that. I'm like,
yeah, and then but once I forgot I wasn't taking them, I was like, oh yeah, that's what it was coming down off of them.
I mean, I was prescribed pain pills after a wreck and got destroyed. by the time your script is out, you start going and getting them, and you just destroy it. Like, I didn't know what withdrawals were. I remember the first time I had withdrawals. I was just like, yo, I feel like
this. Yeah.
I was just like, yo, dude, what is happening?
Yeah.
Why are we doing this?
I've definitely felt withdrawal from pain pills from like high school because I've had like surgeries and like you get and like
that script runs out. You're like, yo,
do I need those things? Like,
like,
I felt like I needed them to go to school because I don't feel the pain. So I'm walking around like I don't feel the pain in my arm anymore. I'm like fucking writing again, and then next thing you know, like you feel like what happened after you break your wrist. You know, you feel like you broke your wrist, you came out the cash, you still want the fucking pills. They're making a fucking 13-year-old junkies and shit, man.
Dude, yeah, I don't even know about how old is your kid?
4.
Jesus Christ, it's like, do you ever like? Does it ever spin you out thinking about like what it's gonna look like when he's older? You know,
oh, dude,
like when he's a teen, you're like, dude, 14 years from now, what is that
scaring
gonna
the
look
shit
like?
out of me every time because I'm thinking like, all right, in 14 years he'll be 18, and it'll be like,
do you think he'll drive?
These kids are afraid of him.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
do you think he'll ever drive?
I think he will because he has
12 years. That's what I'm saying. 12 years, bro.
12
it's
years.
like, what is it gonna look like? Are we gonna have self-driving cars? Like,
I don't want one.
I don't want one either.
Because, man, I think Obama warned us in that Netflix movie about like, yo, leave the world behind. I don't trust. See, the other day, a Tesla just got fucking destroyed by a box truck, right?
What?
Yeah, one of those Tesla Cybertrucks just got destroyed by a box truck.
Yeah, they're not well built.
They drove.
Oh no!
They drove through a red light, and I thought Teslas had like speed control. So an idiot was it? You can't have a red light.
That spins me out thinking about that shit.
Or did the car do it? Let's fucking investigate, Elon Musk, since your car can fucking drive itself.
I mean, they said for a long time that you couldn't hack into cars, and then those guys did it. They hacked into that car, and then that dude that wrote that Rolling Stone article who crashed into that fucking tree at like 98 miles an hour, they think that's what happened to him. Do you know how terrifying that would be?
Yeah.
If somebody remote control took over your car, like the feeling of when you hit the brakes and got nothing, it sucks so bad.
And like just like also like they're just talking to you. Like I wouldn't even want them to say anything. Just be silent.
Oh yeah, you think they're gonna be like the penguin on the Batman?
Good evening.
Good evening, Batman. You're like, oh no, dude. They're hitting you with the Jurassic Park. You didn't say the magic word.
Shit starts fucking with you. Like, oh my god, that would be terrifying. Is the last thing I see. Is it?
Yeah, it's the guy that
just turns on fucking Looney Tunes on my fucking.
Dude, yeah, that would be pretty fucking bad.
Just looking around, just like nah. Like you don't want to know who did it. Like
just your article comes up.
Yeah.
The article you wrote that you're about to die. I would be like, it wasn't that important. You know, like
it wasn't that bad.
You know? You're like, dude, now that I'm thinking about it,
You're
actually,
sensitive.
I probably would have done the same thing. Given the situation.
Let's see if these seatbelts work. Oh. All right.
Yeah. At least if you're hitting it at like 99 miles an hour and not slowing down, I don't think you're going to live through that.
Nah, you're not going to feel that.
Fuck no. Yeah.
Missed.
On impact. Like that helicopter. You saw that helicopter?
Oh, my God.
Holy shit, dude. When that thing fell, god damn. That thing fell, dude. You just stopped being in the air. You just fucking... I was like, holy... I thought they would kind of like...
Nah, helicopters, when they fucking crash, they crash.
That's what I'm saying. Like I know everybody who's listening to this is going to be like, yeah, they stop being in the air. That's what falling is. No, I thought maybe...
They don't have like wings.
I know. It's
so
just
it's
when
like
you see
it's just
it,
propelled, and then when it stops,
it's not funny, but it's like Jesus Christ.
Oh man, surviving helicopter crashes it's a slim chance.
Yeah,
that's why I don't trust them. I never want to get in a helo. I like even in the military, I was like, they were like, you guys want to take a ride up in the helo? I'm like, I'm good.
Nah, I'm way good. Especially because if somebody takes you on a ride, they're gonna fuck with you.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Dude.
Shut the engine off. Like, oh.
Pull
And then,
the map out. You're like, dude.
or then what if it doesn't click back on and then we just fall?
You play
straight.
too much.
You play too much. Splat. Fuck you. I'm not getting in the helicopter.
Again, the feeling of that drop would be like fucking Six Flags on steroids, dude.
I would hate everyone. I would hate everything.
I don't even know. Do you think he would know? Yeah, you got a good 5 seconds of knowing, of absolute sheer terror.
Yeah. Like
That's bad. On. Yeah.
Absolute sheer terror because it's a free fall drop.
And
then it's over.
And then it's over. That is nice, though. Your whole family goes with you. That's nice.
A helicopter crash is always tragic.
It is.
It's always sad.
It is. It's sad, and it's one of those things where it's like I'll never.
I would never.
I don't think I'll ever get in a helicopter.
I'm never getting. Even if I win a prize, it's like
nothing calls to me.
I give it to somebody to like a hey.
Yeah, nothing. That's like private jets. Like everybody's talking about that. I'm like, dude, that sketches me out.
Private PJs.
That's the ones that go down. Stevie Ray Vaughan. I don't need that.
PJs always crash. Fucking Aaliyah.
Oh. I forgot about Aaliyah. God damn. Yeah, bro. Not good. It's not good. But especially with like, I would hate to have to travel. I think I would be Burt Kreischer. I would get the bus. Yeah. I'm fucking busting it.
The bus is like the best way to go. If you're like, you can hit more cities.
Bro, just the travel all the time is just not good for you.
Getting in the air all the time is definitely.
And getting in the air all the time. And I'm more scared of the people on the flight as well. It's like the whole thing is just a lot. You got to deal with some guy like acting crazy. Would you get involved? Like, would you be like the team that? No way.
It depends. Like if the guy's just like freaking out, like you're like, nah.
See, what I would worry about is like if the guy is freaking out, and then we like tackle him. I'm going to get sued. I'm going to be that guy.
Yeah.
That now I'm in court and 12 of my peers are going, yeah, you did what? You punched him in the head and fucking tied him up with duct tape? Yeah. Actually, we don't think that's cool.
Yeah, there's like...
you weren't fucking there. You weren't there in business class. It was business time, baby.
He was having a panic attack, sir.
The man was having an asthma attack, and you strapped him to a chair.
Duct taped his mouth closed.
He's reaching for a gun. This is an inhaler. Dude. Guy was having a panic attack, and you beat his ass and put him in a jiu-jitsu chokehold.
It was like you choked him unconscious.
Fucking tap! Some dude's panicking. Sorry, doesn't speak English. You were just beating the shit out of a confused man right now. Yeah, I've never been on a plane with an unruly person, but I feel like that would suck.
Luckily, I've never had. I've had like angry people I've been like at the flight where somebody's angry with the lady at the front.
Oh yeah,
I've seen that at the airport. Like, it wouldn't even be my flight or something. It might be like behind me. I'm like,
I don't even make
shit.
I don't even make eye contact. I'm like, damn, dude. Because it's like, I get it though. Yeah. I've gotten into it with a lady one time. I had a flight attendant, twice. One time though, at Denver, we were on the runway longer than our flight was. Where it was just like, dude, what are we fucking doing? And I just stood up and I was like, I got to stretch. And the lady was like, you got to sit down. I'm like, I can't stand in the aisle. Like, what the fuck? And then it got to the point where I was like, what is your fucking problem? Like we've been on this plane for 3 hours. Like, shut up. Let me off then. It was crazy.
Oh, like, no, that wouldn't have gone for that shit. I was like, I got to take a piss. We've been sitting there. I just walked away. I was like, you don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, lady. I was like, lady, stop. I'm about to be on the no-fly list for mushing your face, dude. Give her the fucking...
No-fly list.
And then one time I was so drunk. I was embarrassingly drunk. Like one of those where like 2 days later I had to apologize to the girl I was flying with. Like, I'm so sorry, dude. Like it got all over me. Ohio got all over me. I was at an above ground pool in Ohio slugging Bud Lights, dude. Forgot we had to fly and then got on a plane. Whoops, sorry, okay? But it was like during takeoff and I got up and the lady was like, you have to sit down during takeoff. And I was like, I gotta piss. She's like, the bathroom's not open. I was like, I'm about to piss right here then. And like everybody in my section was like,
yo.
And the lady's like, I guess okay, dude. But I was so drunk. I was like, no. Like I had to pee in the airport. This is now an emergency piss. This is a 13 Bud Light piss. Like I'm about to be in there for a fucking minute. Dude.
That's like rough. I've had flights where I've been drunk, too drunk on flights several times. Like if I'm going over 5 hours, like fuck you.
Yeah. Now I'm y'all's problem.
Now this is
tie me to a seat. I don't give a fuck. What's your drink when you're flying?
Oh man, see, I try to start off like classy.
Yeah,
I go with like a.
That's a good move.
Yeah, Jameson and like ginger ale or Jameson and Coke.
Yeah.
And then before I know it, like there's a Bud Light there, and then next thing I know, there's a Jameson neat and a Bud Light. And then somewhere around LA breaks me a Coca-Cola and water, and I'd get another Jameson and a neat.
Cool flight attendants are always the best too.
She's like, you don't like flying? I'm like, nah. I'll be drinking in the airport before I get it. I've flown my entire life and I still hate it.
Yeah.
I think I've been flying since I was a baby and I still fucking hate it.
I'm not a fan.
I don't like it. 9/11 made me 10 times. I feel like 9/11 caused my first level of anxiety because I was on an island, so there's no way for me to get back to America without getting on. You? I was 10. Yeah, I was just turned 10. So we were in Hawaii, and there's no way for me to get back. I had to fly back. Fuck. So there was like no, the same year. I was like, God damn it.
Damn.
So like we're like, oh, we're not like I guess we're stuck here forever.
I haven't flown sober yet. Because I'm not drinking, I haven't flown sober. So I don't know. It's going to be a different experience. I've flown on edibles and I flew one time by myself and ate too many edibles. It was almost about to tell the flight attendant that I was panicking and I needed to get off the plane before takeoff. Like I was like 2 minutes away from getting up to tell the lady like I have to get off this plane. Like the edibles hit me.
Oh man.
Dirty, dude. They did me bad.
I like getting drunk flying back to Atlanta so I can smoke a cigarette inside the smoking area.
Oh, that is nice.
And I just sit down and like contemplate how to get home because I'm not driving back either.
We've talked about this on the podcast, but how much better is a cigarette inside? I feel like a cigarette inside is nice.
It's always nicer because even though it's gross now when you go to a place that's like a cigarette.
Disgusting.
Stained fucking it stinks. It's like ugh, and you realize like I spent my adolescence in this room, but it's like it just reeks now. It's like ugh. And they got rid of the cigarettes, but like back when it was like it was just so much better. It was just like just smoking a cigarette wherever. Like come on.
I only did it one time, but I was drunk as shit when I was a kid, and our buddy's older brother, his name was Winston. Took us out to Waffle House one night. He picked us up from this girl's house and took us out to Waffle House, and we were hammered, and we got to smoke cigarettes in Waffle House. And I think about that now.
What kind of 1940s fucking Waffle House was this?
No, dude, it was still when I was in high school because I graduated in 2006 out in Gwinnett County. They still had smoking sections in the Waffle House. Yeah, in Georgia. So you could still smoke. I only did it once, but now I think back and I'm like, dude, think about all the people in like the late 80s. Fucking 3 a.m, hammered, hitting a cigarette and hash browns, dude.
With the fucking black coffee and shit.
That'll sober you up. Yeah. You know, like that'll get you going. You're ready.
That black coffee at Waffle House will wake you.
That shit is medical.
That is medicinal coffee. That shit that knocks the alcohol right the fuck out.
That and a Quick Trip will bring you back, dude. Yeah. Quick Trip coffee will bring you back too.
Yeah, and like maybe like some gunshots at Waffle House. That usually wakes me up.
Yeah, a confrontation with the dude on the grill that gets me going. That gets me fired up.
I'm like, oh shit, a fight breaking out. Like, I don't know what it is, but Waffle House is like the most like antagonistic place. It's like the drunks all get there, And like when you sit down in Waffle House, you have to scope out the Waffle House you're at. You
Yeah.
gotta know how drunk are these people.
Absolutely.
Like how drunk?
Because you can't get ambushed. That's what you
Yeah.
don't want. You don't want to get suddenly. Like, I didn't even realize the table behind us is a problem. You got to pick your table wisely too, because they're so close. You're literally sharing that
You're
booth.
like
Yeah.
Like,
You're touching heads.
Yeah.
Possibly.
So you gotta figure out like, all right, we gotta get to that part.
Yeah, we got to get where are we sitting. I need a good. I don't like being in the middle or against the window. I don't like that.
Or being like right up against the griddle, like that seat. That seat's like the hottest seat.
I don't like the low ones.
Yeah,
because I feel like when you're sitting at the low seat, you could catch a punch, dude. And I'm not even gonna be able to get up before it lands.
Oh shit! Like I just.
Like you never talk shit to somebody at the bar. They got the tactical advantage.
They had the high ground. They have the high ground. If you're lucky,
don't push. They have the high ground.
They have 3 people here sitting up high. Cause we love to sit at the bar. Like me and my friends, we used to get high as shit, and we used to get, like I used to get wasted.
That's
like back in the day. It was like when I was in like especially like right in college. I'd be like just wasted, just like talking shit. Like we all went to high school together. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself.
Talking shit at the bar is the premium place to talk shit.
And like we're like talking shit, and it's like I was never like maliciously talking shit. I'm like, oh shit, like that nappy ass motherfucker go right there. Like, see you, bitch, and just saying shit to my friends, seeing mean shit to my friends, just wasted, just like daytime wasted too. Yeah. Sometimes I go to Waffle House, and we would go to Waffle House in the daytime. And I still, and like I just be drunk, like especially in between semesters, I just be like day drunk.
Yeah, you're throwing people off. You're like,
what?
We hit a guy one time. We had a dude that passed out right at our house, and they drew all over his face, and they hit him with the dick collage, the fucking 16th chapel
right
of
there.
penises. Oh, dude, they did his whole face. And my buddy walked into Waffle House. He wakes up. They like wake him up. He's sitting there, and they're like, "Yo, dude, we're about to go to Waffle House. You want to go?" He's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Yo, y'all are fucked up." Hey, go into the Waffle House before he gets out of the car, and he's like, "Don't say anything." So a whole Waffle House full of people are like, "The fuck." And then our buddy comes walking in with all these dicks all over his face.
Oh, he's like fucking
dude,
barely alive.
He needs hash browns and some eggs. And everybody starts like cracking up, but like everybody's keeping it together. Kind of, dude, he went to the bathroom before our food came and was in there for a long time. And I was like, bro, you might have to fist fight Austin. Like I was looking at my buddy and I was like, dude, he's in there for a long time. Bro, he came out of the bathroom, fucking would not talk. Everybody started laughing in the Waffle House. He fucking like a toddler. He went and sat in the car, wouldn't eat his food, wouldn't pay for his food. It was so bad. It was like one of those pranks where like after it happened, everybody had a good laugh. And then you're like looking over at your homie just like sitting in the car and you're like, damn, dude.
He hates us.
I know. Like, that doesn't even make me feel good. Like it would have been great if he walked out and was like, "You got me."
Nobody's ever like that.
I know.
Nobody in the history of humanity is like, you put dicks all over my face.
Yeah, you drew dicks all over my face and then walked me into a fucking Waffle House full of people.
Oh. Y'all my best. Fuck y'all.
You're right, dude. Nobody ever takes that well.
Nobody. Oh my God. The first time I saw somebody get a dick drawn in his face in college, it was a fist fight. It was an immediate fist fight. Like,
it is infuriating. I just like, that's how, like, when he walked in there, he probably had a long piss and he just looked in the mirror and was like, dude, these people are not my friends.
Yeah.
These are not the people I thought they were.
He passed out.
Yeah.
Like
these are not the people I thought they were.
They put nuts on them. They had dick and balls.
Oh, dude.
Right there, squirt one on his forehead. And he was like, woke up just. If he looked, first thing he sees his dicks in his mirror.
Yeah.
Immediately fist fight.
Yeah,
just like that. I don't even know if he got the right guy, but like,
he's like, I'm just swinging on the nearest person,
dude was like, yep. See, that's what happens when you stop fucking with people.
Yeah, I hated it. I hated getting fucked with. Dude, my cousin crushed me one time at Thanksgiving. He hit me with the pepper when I was too young. At Thanksgiving, you never done the pepper trick where somebody's like, pass the pepper and loosen the top?
Dick.
Dude, I had my whole Thanksgiving dinner. I was like 9
God.
or 10. It's like I saw my cousin, all of my older cousins. This is how diabolical they were, dude. They had a pepper, and then they had a loosened one. So everybody was hitting their dinner with pepper and being like, "Oh, it's just pepper on the fucking mashed potatoes." And I was like, "All right, cool. I want to be cool." And then they did the switcheroo with the fucking pepper.
Ruined your mashed potatoes.
Bro, I cried. And then you cried like a bitch in front of all your older cousins. And then I got him in trouble because my dad came over there and was like, "Bro, you big man, you're ruining your younger cousin's fucking dinner." Like, then everybody was just looking at me like, "Hey, when he leaves, it's fucking on, dude. You'll never be invited to shit." Yeah, I hated getting fucked with as a kid.
Oh man, like I just did. I would retaliate so quickly. Like my retaliation, like people wouldn't know I got fucked with until they hear what happened. I did. like, oh god damn it, like yo, like until you hear somebody getting fucked up.
Yeah, me and my dude. The first time I ever got high, somebody shot me with a Roman candle.
Motherfucker.
Dude, the guys that I got high with, they were like, "Yo, go check out that tree out there." And I was like walking out in the yard. They shot me with a Roman candle. I had no idea what was happening. My shirt got burnt.
Well, like I can take small pranks though. I can take a small prank. It's gotta be good.
It's got to be nothing with your nuts on my face. That's over
nothing.
the
No,
line.
that's nuts on my face. I'm gonna beat the shit out of somebody.
Yeah,
But
I don't like that. No nut tapping.
Don't touch my balls.
Yeah.
Like just don't be like being weird about pranks is like one thing. It's like but being a dick and punching somebody in the fucking dick.
Yeah.
Like that's not even a fucking prank. You just
It's not even fun. You know what was always good? Old antiquing, like at fucking football camp, where they would hit you with the fucking baby powder while you're asleep.
That's funny.
That's hilarious.
That's hilarious.
Or it was always hot as fuck at football camp, so they would throw it into your fan. And somebody would wake you up and scare you awake, and then you would just wake up to like a
That's funny. That's funny.
Until somebody did it with Gold Bond.
Oh, that's fucking.
Yeah, they did it to this one kid who used Gold Bond. Everybody was like, "Bro, we're not using Gold Bond. We're using baby powder."
That's foot cream, you dick.
Dude's just like, "Ah, my eye."
God damn, that's supposed to burn the fungus off your
Yeah,
feet.
you're using medicated fucking itch powder on something.
Fucking asshole. They're supposed to make your feet stop burning.
God, Gold Bond
Man.
has saved so many lives.
The pieing. People get pied a lot in baseball.
Really?
Yeah, it was a thing. Like they would have it was like shaving cream.
That's
mostly
fun,
shaved
though.
Barbasol.
And
the coaches would do it a lot to you, like because it was like more of a fucking good shit.
Yeah. That's a good time. Like
or
pieing is fun.
some foam. You put like the fake
Yeah.
foam and you get hit with it. And like we play around like that. We're like, yeah, like getting sprayed, fucking throwing the fucking water bottles on each other.
Yeah.
Like, full of water. It's fucking that shit.
Hitting showers with cold. Somebody hit you with the cold cooler of water.
Yeah.
That was always fun. That's a good time.
Yeah, small pranks like that. That's not grabbing my balls.
Yeah, or like where it's like it's stretching into like a fetish territory where somebody's like, "I shit in this cup and hit it."
Yeah.
You're like, "Dog, that seems like
You know what was worse?
nobody asked you to do that."
The military has the most fucking diabolical pranks that are just like you can't even like fathom. Like this shit, you can't be let loose in a civilian life for doing shit like that.
Yeah, you're like, dude.
There's a guy called the Phantom Shitter. Every ship in the Navy has a Phantom Shitter, and all right, so like the Phantom.
Is it assigned or do you just
No,
you
it's just somebody just
you hear
does it.
your calling.
Somebody just does it, and it's like it's like just this one nasty motherfucker finds out about the Phantom Shitter because we all hear about it in boot camp.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm gonna be.
So what is it?
All right, they is shit in spaces, in people's spaces. All right, so we have cleaning spaces.
What?
Yes. We have cleaning space. So we have like, all right, say this whole room is my area in the ship, right? And I had every morning at 8:00, I gotta clean this room, right? And that's my assignment, me and somebody else. But say I pissed off some weirdo, right?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna shit right there, and he's gonna have to clean my shit up.
That's diabolical.
Diabolical.
First off, a shit that's not in water is horrendous, dude. This is
Horrendous.
The fucking smell is crazy, dude. You're not gonna see the shit
You
first.
smell it. You smell it first. I got hit by the phantom shitter it wasn't my clean, it was in the shower. It was the best shower in the fucking boat. It was the one all the way at the end. It was like the other way at the end, and it has like near the hot water pipe. so the hot water always came out that one first before it got to the one in the front.
That's back to jail shit. Somebody who's been there is like, yo, that's the hottest shower.
Yeah. This same like the Navy's the same as fucking jail.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. The parallels.
So some asshole decided to shit in my favorite stall. Like in the best stall, right? And I saw it and I trembled at first because I was like, and I closed it and I just like, I'm gonna go to the other side because maybe I didn't see that.
Because that's alarming to see a shit like that.
But it was like, it was a doo-doo. It was like, like I don't even know if that was a doo-doo. That was like, he really had to shit. I was like, he really had to let it out. I was like, hell no, bro. Because they was so fucking big. I was like, hell no, dog. So I just like, I had to like fucking shake that shit off. And I just went and showered in the other side. And then somebody else was like, oh shit, the good shower's open.
Oh no. You have to put some sort of sign. Yeah, if I have to live with it, you do too.
Yeah. That's my I was gonna put no sign. I was like, I gotta take this shower. Fuck this. Like, I'm going to bed.
I gotta wash my soul.
Like, yeah, because I was like just shaking my head. Like,
crazy
like I fucking hate these motherfuckers. And then like the guy who's found it the second, he screamed like a bitch. Oh, somebody shit in the shower. and then he starts screaming. He just like, fuck. Yeah. He goes and tattles.
Yeah.
He's mad.
Somebody has to.
Somebody has to.
Eventually. You can't just.
And then, like, it turns into a whole fucking. Somebody shit in the shower. We got fucking officers coming in.
Did you find out who it was?
They just blamed the entire air department who we shared the shower with since none of them wanted to fess up because they know it wasn't one of us. We were combat vessels. We were fucking down in the berth and we're leaving the berth.
No, that's so funny to have like a kangaroo court
to
get to the bottom of who shit.
They had to have a kangaroo court for who shit in it. And it was like it came down to it that ain't nobody in there, somebody else did it. It could have been anybody.
Oh, so it's a third party. They don't even know.
They don't even know.
This is another option we haven't even considered.
Right. It was us, wasn't
I
you?
feel like that could be the commander, and he like gets off to knowing that everybody's searching for him. Essentially, that would be the plot twist of the Phantom Shitter. And I wonder if that just comes to you like at night, where you're just like, "Hey, you know what? You know what? Dude, getting caught on camera, like not knowing there was a cam. Oh my god."
I wish we had a camera because we would have no answer. There would be no Phantom Shitter.
Yeah, you have to get a trail cam.
Yeah, it was like people would just like you see somebody with a fucking trail cam with the fucking eyes and shit.
Dude. We'll leave you on this because I think we're at an hour. My cousin one time told me he was taking a shit, right? And he's like camping, and he was like, "Oh, I got to get away from the campsite." So he's like early hungover, and he said he's hiking down just a nasty hungover beer shit. And he's just shitting. He said he's like letting it go on the tree, and he just hears, "Oh my god!" And he looks over, and he's by a walking trail, and there's a family that are like covering their children. And just like running away from him, I was like, dude, that is. He's like, bro, the feeling of getting caught shitting is just so.
That's just degrading.
That's the most vulnerable you can be. Like, you're.
Like, getting caught shit. Does a bear shit in the woods? No, but apparently a grown man does.
Yeah.